On a rain-soaked night in 1847, in a small town called Milan, a child was born, one who would one day light up the entire world. His name was Edison. It was 1859. Thomas was in school, but he wasn't considered a good student. Because of that, his teacher made him stand outside the classroom. His classmates laughed at him, but Thomas's mind was somewhere else, drawn toward new ideas, experiments, and discovery. From a young age, his mind was filled with a strange curiosity, a deep desire to understand how everything worked. He observed, he thought, and he constantly questioned the world around him, even questioning himself. That curiosity was slowly guiding him toward great discoveries. The world back then was nothing like the one we see today. Imagine a time when nightfall would bring darkness everywhere. There was no electricity, no light bulbs. People relied on lanterns, candles, or hurricane lamps to see. One night, Thomas was working in his room. As he worked by the dim light of oil lamps, he noticed the light was never enough and kept going out. This problem and inconvenience forced him to think about a better, more lasting source of light. And that's how young Thomas's mind began its journey toward inventing the light bulb. It was 1878. Thomas had grown up. Like every day, he awoke from sleep. Yet the dream he had as a child of bringing light to the world had now taken on a grand, real form. Now he had a laboratory of his own, where he conducted various experiments. His lab was filled with all kinds of tools, metals, and designs. One after another, he kept running continuous experiments. One experiment after another failed. Day after day, he tried. And day after day, he failed. People laughed at him, but his effort and perseverance never wavered. Finally, on October 21st, 1879, when he switched it on, darkness did not return. The bulb he created didn't go out. Slowly, a soft and gentle light filled the room. In that very moment, history changed. Because this was not just a bulb, it was the dawn of a new era for human civilization. Slowly, the light from his invention began to spread far and wide. Streets and homes were filled with brightness. Those who once mocked him were now celebrating his success. This was the story of Thomas Alva Edison, a man who never gave up and turned darkness into light. We'll return with more stories of great individuals. Until then, like the video and subscribe to the channel.